Good day, good people, and welcome back to my channel. Now, today's video, I'm not going to hold you guys for that long, but there are some things that I want to get into. But before we get into all that, if you're not subscribed to this channel, hit that subscription button, hit that notification button bell so you can be notified every time I'm dropping a video. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and as always, drop a comment in that comment section. Now, let's get to today's video. So like I said, in today's video, I'm not going to hold you guys for that long, but there are some things that I definitely want to get into when we are discussing a few topics. And these topics that we talked about yesterday. First topic on hand is the situation with Angela Simmons and the bag situation. Now, she came out and left a lengthy, couple of paragraph statement, as well as saying some stuff and basically, not trying to offend anyone and apologizing and being so apologetic for how insensitive this came across to people. But she is saying that, she's not a part of that type of life and that she just thought that the bag was cute, it matched her dress, and this is why she wore it. Now, to be honest with you, I honestly wish that Angela either would have just came out and said, I had the bag because I wanted to have the bag, or just came out and been basically like, I don't have to explain anything to anybody. I'm a grown adult, mind your business. Honestly, those should have been the things that she came out and said, because I yesterday was like, I feel like everybody else. How dare you come out with this type of bag? And to be honest with you, it wasn't even the fact that she had this type of bag, because honestly, if Angela would have came out with this type of bag with her beautiful dress and just held it down to the side, nobody would have said much of anything. Somebody probably would have been like, what kind of clutch is that, or what kind of bag? And she probably would have showed them. But it was the fact of you coming and actually waving your bag around as if it was such weapon. That's where I had a problem with. And then I don't like how a lot of people, and this is not her, again, this is the people on this part. People are coming out and, oh, you guys pick and choose on who you guys, want to talk about and yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, listen, Linda, listen. Are you guys forgetting where Angela, where our story draws from with Angela? I don't know if there's any new booties in the chat or any new booties to this, to the world. But for those of us who have known about Angela since Angela was a little girl, we know that she was dating a couple dudes. Basically what I'm trying to say, we know that Angela likes to lie. And we know that she, you are a Rev child, but you can be with the stuff. And as much as, she tries to, oh no, I'm not, whatever. Your first baby daddy, we heard that he was with the stuff. Okay. You've always seemed like you've tried to be with those type of men. Basically what I'm just trying to tell y'all is, for those who are thinking that you guys are just picking and choosing on who you want to talk about, Angela has had some stuff come out in her past that have been questionable. So, of course, we're going to question everything moving forward. It's just that plain and simple. And if you okay with it, then you go ahead and you support. What made me even more PO'd with this situation is, like I told y'all, Angela probably should have just been best and come out and said, I ain't got to explain nothing to y'all. Mind y'all damn business. That's what she should have just said. Because after she came out and apologized and was telling us all these sweet nothings in our ear and on Instagram, yeah, her boyfriend, Yo Gotti, came out and he basically doubled down on what she was saying before. And he was like, she just practicing. He made like some type of joke. Now, this is what I will say. I kind of get where he was coming from in the assets or in the sense to make a joke, because he probably felt like, damn, all these people getting on my baby. All right, y'all want to take it there? Boom. You know what I'm saying? But it was a distasteful joke. And out of all the things that you could have been joking about or could have been talking about, or other, purses or clutches that she could have took this as a war ceremony, you just had something happen to your brother dealing with something like this, and her baby father, had something happen to him with dealing with something that looked like this. So I understand that he was trying to make light and, trying to be there basically for his baby, but this was stupid. She should have never took that picture like that. Like I said, if she would have just took regular pictures, went to the side, but when you lifted your hand up and bow, 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 like, wait, no. And it's like, you of all people should know better. Shame on you to do so. Thing that I wanted to talk about again refers back to yesterday. It's this Keith Leaf situation. Now, I'll say this. Upon from watching the video yesterday, I wish that I would have saw his explanation, because at first glance when we were seeing this rose being thrown, we think, or at least I thought, it's like, oh, Keith, listen, I know your name got messed up and I know she mistakes you from somebody else. But I will say this. You got so many of us who watch you on the daily. We would have made sure that that was all being corrected. And it had to been something. Like I told you yesterday too. I think that, she had a lot on her plate. They were making her do a whole bunch of teleprompter reading. She was doing a whole bunch of costume changes. But I'm like, this ain't in Keith Leaf's, like, it's not in his normal repertoire is what I would say. You know what I'm saying? So, he came out and he gave us an explanation. I'm going to let you guys hear what he got to say, and then I'm for sure going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
Last night was the BT Awards, and right now, it's something on my mind. Let's talk about it. First and foremost, I want to start by saying I am not upset at Taraji P. Henson by any stretch of the imagination. And not only that, in my opinion, she smoked it last night. I don't think for 1 second Taraji had any ill will or any ill intentions behind the situation. The situation happened the way it did. It is what it is. I made a video last night where I had the rose that was given to me in my hand, and I let it fall on the floor. The reason I did this had nothing to do with Taraji P. Henson. The reason I dropped it on the floor is that I wholeheartedly believe that wasn't my rose. That wasn't my rose. That wasn't my moment. It was given to me, but it wasn't mine. And I always say, I don't want nothing that ain't mine. I want what's meant for me, nothing less, nothing more. The entire segment on the production side felt extremely rushed. Not only did it feel rushed, it did not feel intentional. It did not feel purposeful. I'm forever thankful for every room that I'm in. I was more than thankful and more than grateful to just sit there and enjoy the show. Me and my wife, we looked amazing. We felt amazing. We was enjoying the show. I've always spoke about my social anxiety. And for me, just to get out and be in that moment was more than enough for me. So to take me and my wife out of our seats, put us in different seats, give Taraji no direction to who we are or what we do, felt extremely unprepared and unprofessional to me. I'm personally a fan of Taraji. I've been for years and I always will be. I love to see her get the recognition that she deserved in that moment and had a platform and a stage that she's always deserved. For this situation to take away from her moment and our moment was unfair to both of us. And another example of this is a picture of my wife has been going around, and it was a small part caught from an entire moment to make it seem like she had an attitude with Taraji. My wife and myself understand the flirting that Taraji was doing was fully improv and fully joke. It was a hard situation for all of us to be in. We fully understand she made it up on the fly. I was there to just enjoy the show. I was invited. No situations and in life in general. I never longed for the spotlight. If I wanted the spotlight, I would have accepted a quarter of the opportunities that's been presented to us. But none of those opportunities were for me or my family. If you understand that, you understand it. If you don't, I'm okay with that. I'm always gonna be myself. I've always been myself. Nothing about this journey, about this ride, about where we at or where we gonna be is gonna change me. Never have and never will. Never once was I upset that Taraji didn't know who I was. Everything that's for me will be for me. Everything that's for my family will be for my family. Everything that's for you will be for you. When it's supposed to be, how it's supposed to be, with no confusion. I said that last night and that was still misconstrued, and I stand on it 1,000%. Whatever room I'm supposed to be in, whoever's supposed to know me, whenever they're supposed to know me, it will happen how it's supposed to happen. Last night, while I appreciate the opportunity, it wasn't my moment. And that's okay. I'm cool with that. And for every single person that's been on the journey with me and that's still on the journey with me, I'm forever grateful. I appreciate y'all. I can't say it enough. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe.
You guys heard what he had explained. This totally makes all the difference and makes much more sense, because Keith Leaf is not like this. He's a person that usually stays to himself. A lot of people know him, yes, because of his videos and what he says about food and stuff like that. But honestly, this is a God-fearing man. He just, he loves to be by himself with his family. His anxiety causes him to not want to be around a lot of people. And honestly, with the world, what we all got going on, I got anxiety too. And I'm sure a lot of y'all do too. Y'all need to be around all them people. So when he's explaining that him and his wife were already sitting somewhere and they were at least comfortable, where they were. And this is a lot for him to even come out to something like this with all these people that's there. He came out. He sat where he sat. Y'all came and moved him and put him right in the front. And then y'all didn't even give Taraji all that much direction to even let her know who was exactly where and what she was all doing. You switched it and moved it up. And it's obvious that you guys just changed this, because why would y'all move him up? And then another thing, if you knew he was going to be there, you would have just put him in the chair already. But since you guys obviously didn't know if he was going to show up or not, you moved him and his wife and caused discomfort for him. Like, you guys need to be a little bit more, proactive. And if you guys are going to, don't just have the artists come to these award shows early to practice. Have everybody do a little run down. You know what I'm saying? That would have made all the difference for him, a person who been telling us for years that he has anxiety and he don't like to be around all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I think honestly that should have been that should have been taken account of. And the people who obviously invited him to the award ceremony obviously just watch his food reviews or his food, whatever, and don't pay attention really to him as a person, because if they did, they would have saw in plenty of videos like how normal the rest of us saw. He has anxiety. He don't like to be around people. They probably would have thought 2 times. Maybe had him do a little commercial skit where it's just him and a couple of people with cameras, not have him do something that was going to be live and then incorrect in the first place, and then cause embarrassment on him and cause embarrassment on Taraji. But like he said, he wasn't upset. The only thing that really TO'd me, like I said again, is still people like Little Scrappy who have a whole bunch of stuff going on, and you coming out and commenting on this brother's situation. And I didn't like the way he said his comment. His comment was almost to me like threatening, or like, yeah, you better watch yourself. Like, who are you? You better watch yourself and quit fighting with, you know what? Just watch yourself, okay? Y'all drop a comment in that comment section. Let me know what y'all think about all this, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next video respectfully.